Hey, this is the Review Junkie, and today I'll be reviewing the new sci-fi action film Tron Ares. As always, my review will be illustrated and the artwork is done by myself. And if you like movies, art, and comic books, please hit that subscribe button because all my reviews are hand-drawn. I love to draw and talk about movies, so help make my dreams come true so I can do this full time. Like, subscribe, and feel free to share this with your friends so my channel can become official someday. So this movie stars Jared Leto, Greta Lee, Evan Peters, Jodie Turner-Smith, and Gillian Anderson. It is directed by Joachim Ronning. This is a non-spoiler review, so everything I discuss will have been shown in the trailers. Absolutely no spoilers. I'll tell you briefly about the plot, the characters, my pros and cons, final thoughts, and if this is worth checking out at your local movie theater. So this is the third film in the series, and I'll try to keep this review short, but plot-wise, we have two big dueling corporations that are after the source code. And isn't it always about big corporations and big tech going after the newest thing and trying to bring it to the market first before anyone else for the old mighty dollar, right? But I digress. But both of them are after it for two different reasons. And even though the teaser trailer showed a lot of the goodies from a visual standpoint, the plot itself remained elusive. But the official trailer kinda did let it slip out when John Bridges from the original film says, "A malfunctioning program that wants to live," and basically that's one of the many subplots here. So instead of two corporations after the source code, we now have a third person, Jared Leto, who plays Aries, who is after it as well. So this is not a horrible film by any means, but I feel this was a missed opportunity. It's not doing well at the box office and getting a lot of negativity. So the 2012 film was a straight up hot mess. I'm not even gonna lie. The Tron Legacy trailer was pretty, it was dialogue heavy, but man, was I bored out of my mind when I finally saw it. The plot made no sense, and I walked out feeling stupid. I know, right? The worst thing is to walk out of a movie feeling like Boo Boo the Fool. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So what Tron Legacy lacked, this one makes up for from a visual perspective and vice versa. And it's such a shame that one can't take the two films and smash them into one so they could be perfect because each were just two halves of a whole. So the biggest issue here is the lack of any real depth. This is the quintessential definition of style over substance. This is clearly a movie that is made strictly for eye candy. I mean, talk about triggering happiness to your pupils because the bright red lights against the dark black background made this thing pop. So many of these sequences are just set up one after another to be a barrage of intriguing senses for the eyes. The script itself must have been really light because it doesn't make you root for any of the characters. But I will say the plot is easy to follow, and anyone who has used a Windows computer will understand what is going on here. Also, the lead, played by Greta Lee, wants to do something righteous with the source code, but you don't root for her character in any way. And when she's in danger, you never want her out of harm's way either, and it's really a result of the sloppy script. Now, the plot is by no means groundbreaking. It is very reminiscent of a lot of films we've seen recently that is AI related. I won't give anything away, but if you've seen Megan 2.0 or AI from 2024, then you'll know what I'm talking about. Just nothing groundbreaking, and we've seen it before when an android sort of questions their own existence. And I'll leave it at that to keep it spoiler free, but feel free to check out those other reviews on my channel as well, and I'll throw the link in the description. So the visuals and special effects are outstanding, and I liked looking at it, but the 3D was pretty non-existent after a few minutes. I hardly even noticed it anymore as things went on, and it's ironic because when there is no chasing going on, and you're not in the virtual world, the sets in the real world look so bland, like very made for TV. It's like the budget was strictly spent on the VFX, and for me, I was looking forward to the next action scene because the real world was pretty lackluster. Now, the acting by everyone is perfectly fine. They don't get much to do. I don't have an issue with Jared Leto. I feel he gets a bad rap sometimes. I don't know why. He's an Academy Award-winning actor, and I liked him in Morbius and Suicide Squad, and Evan Peters is perfectly fine as well. He's a basic corporate villain, but I feel like I haven't seen him since he did an X-Men film and WandaVision. But to me, Gillian Anderson stole the whole show. But she doesn't have a lot of scenes, but her British accent and wardrobe were some of the juiciest parts. Next is the score. It is unique and it stood out. It was like a main character here, and it seemed the score got more work to do than the lines uttered by some of the characters. At times, with the stunning visuals and score, it did feel like a 2-hour music video, and because each was amped up to a level 15, it was almost hard to know which one to focus on, which is problematic, right? So this brings me to my final thoughts, and I was debating between a 5 or a 6, and I'm going to give this a 6 out of 10 because of the score. And when you strip away the visuals and the impressive score, you're really left with a naked mannequin, and then you realize there really wasn't much there to begin with, and what a complete missed opportunity it was to try and reinvigorate this IP for a new generation of audiences. And even though this has been a harsh critique, I would still suggest you see this on the big screen so the eyes get some sweet candy treats. Now, I wanted to thank everyone that's new to the channel. I hope you're enjoying the reviews and the artwork. It means a lot. I don't want to do this, but I'm going to do a shameless plug. But if you could spread the word to any friends who love art and movies, please do so. My channel isn't official yet because I haven't met the second YouTube requirement for a number of hours viewed. And if you want to help out, feel free to watch my playlist videos and have it run in the background on your phone, your TV, or tablet. It would mean a lot because I would love to do this full time, but I can't at the moment because I have a full-time job. So thank you again for checking out my review. If you like, please subscribe. Helps the channel out a lot. Hit that thumbs up button, leave your comments below, and feel free to share this with your friends. And if you happen to have a movie you'd like me to review, please let me know. I'd be happy to watch and illustrate it for a future video. Thanks again, and I hope the pictures put a smile on your face.